What's up everyone and welcome to today's video, and today we're going back to December 16th, which was designated as our relaxation day, aka we still didn't have a park ticket. So let's get started and we'll chat about the day. So when we woke up, Sam and I both apparently had the same idea because we were both on the MDE app looking to see if there was a character meal available. Now, just because there's a character meal available doesn't mean that we were able to do it, because as you know, some of them are inside the theme parks. And again, we didn't have a park ticket this day. But thankfully we did find one at Cape May Cafe, and it was like in an hour and a half. There were several times available. So we booked one for about an hour and a half. That gave us time to get up, dressed, down to our car, through Orlando traffic, to Disney, to Beach Club, and check in. And we were able to check in about 30 minutes early and actually seated a half an hour before our actual reservation time. So, don't always plan for that to happen, but it's nice when it does. So we were seated fairly quickly. It was busy, but not really busy. It seemed like the omelet station was the popular place to be that day. I waited in line for about 5 minutes, and then decided it just wasn't worth the wait anymore. Now, no hate on the cast member. There was one cast member trying to cook like 3 or 4 skillets at once, doing a phenomenal job. I just wasn't willing to wait that long because I was hungry. So I just went to the buffet. Sam said that his Eggs Benedict was okay, but it wasn't the greatest. Sitting under the heat lamps, the yolk had gotten a little harder than he likes, and he was very upfront saying that his Eggs Benedict the day prior at the Lowe's Resort was superior. It came out fresh and gooey and runny, just like he likes it. But like I said, he did say that his guess is that sitting under the heat lamps, the egg continued to cook. So that was that experience for him. The characters, it seemed like while it was busy, the characters were like not very long at any one certain table. It seemed to me, kind of watching them, that they were like almost right up on top of each other. So they were having to send, like, say, Donald to go one direction and Goofy to come one direction when, like, the last time they had been around, because we probably saw them come through like 3 times while we were there, they were like right behind each other, but they were like so on top of each other that they had to like reroute them around. So that was bizarre. It was like there's too many people, or there's not enough people, or something. I don't know what was going on. But you'll see those photos at the end. So after breakfast-ish, I guess, it wasn't quite late enough to be considered brunch, I don't think, we wandered over to the gift shop. I found a new pair of ears, and I sent a selfie, ouch, and then to my mom, because I used some of the money that she had given me for Christmas to buy the new ears, so I wanted her to see them. We hung out and checked out the merry-go-round, and this is where Sam and I's day kind of split for a while. Something to note is that when you are eating at a resort that you are not staying at, the unofficial policy is that you have about 3 hours to be parked there. This is because so that people don't book a dining reservation for one of the monorail resorts, for beach, yacht, boardwalk, something like that, and then park their car and then go to a theme park. The parking at the resorts is already like tight at best, let alone adding in someone who's not staying there. Now here's the thing. There's a potential for your car to be towed. I have heard of it happening. I've seen people in Facebook groups say that they have experienced it. Personally, they had a friend experience it. I've also seen people go, I left my car parked there all day and nothing happened. Here's the deal. Disney's policy states that you need to move your car after 3 hours. I don't know how they track whose car belongs to who. Used to, when we first started going to Disney, they gave you, it looked like a grade school certificate that stated your dates. You got it at check-in. They wrote on it so that you could slide it in your window and they knew that you were staying at at that resort. I don't know how they do it now. My guess is it's something at the ticket center, because you have to stop. They look, you're like, hey, I have a dining reservation. What's your name? Samuel Hall. They look him up. He has to show photo ID. They tell you where to park. And when we were there here on this day, they said, just a reminder that it is a 3-hour limited parking. So, I don't know. I'm going to say we followed the 3-hour parking limit. If you choose not to, the consequences there are on you. Anyway, so Sam was like, okay, I was like, what do we want to do? How do we want to do this? Sam's idea, which worked out beautifully, was for him to take the car over to Disney Springs, park, and then come back. I could hang out at the resort, read in one of the comfortable chairs, ride the friendship boats. Spoiler alert, I rode the friendship boats. I kind of just chill. So we said our goodbyes. The nice thing about it is that I could watch where he was via family on our phone. I could see where the car was. You know, that was because my do sometimes get a little bit of anxiety. So I rode the friendship boats around. I rode it from Beach Yacht to Hollywood Studios. I rode it back, and I rode it from there over to Epcot, and I rode it back, and I rode it over to the boardwalk, and I went to the bathroom, and I kind of just meandered. It was actually really relaxing and a lot of fun. I got off the boats at Epcot again, used the bathroom, watched the Skyliners come through. Sam texted me and said that he was going to be there. He had gotten on a bus to Pop, and he was going to take the Skyliner over to Epcot. So I kind of just hung out and waited on him. And then we decided to see if we could get a reservation for Beaches and Cream, which we did. On that note, if you don't mind sitting at the counter, then a walk-up reservation is perfectly fine. My experience is that the tables are typically reserved for those who have a reservation. A walk-up reservation, they're going to put you at the counters, like up by where they make the food. That has been my experience. If you had a different experience, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear that. But I always say, even if you're going just to get ice cream, book that reservation. Book the reservation. Because it is such a popular spot. If you didn't know that Beaches and Cream actually used to be much smaller. They actually took out the arcade pre-COVID to expand it because it was so popular. And I'm so glad they did. I like the size that it is now, because I think any bigger and it would lose the little cozy 50s vibe that it's got going on. Don't forget also, when you are booking your dining reservation, or remind your travel agent when they're getting ready to book your reservations, to note if you are celebrating something. Is there a chance that a cast member could make some magic for you and offer you like a little cupcake? Absolutely. Is there a chance you put your celebration on there and you get nothing? Absolutely. Cast member discretion. Remember, if you want magic to happen, you make the magic yourself. Plan something special if you absolutely have to have something done that day. So, I ordered the onion rings. Absolutely phenomenal. They come out crispy, crunchy, absolutely perfect every time. And I got the frozen sunshine, and it is rainbow sherbet, vanilla ice cream, and seltzer water mixed together. It's topped with whipped cream, a cherry, and orange, those like gummy orange slices. They kind of remind me of an orange spice drop, only they look like an orange, and they're down in there. Absolutely good. Somehow I didn't get pictures of Sam's food, but he got the brownie sundae, and it was massive. We were laughing about it so hard because we literally could have split that. And an order of fries. So on this table for two, we have this cupcake, an order of onion rings, an order of fries, a shake, and a brownie sundae. We have adult money and eat like children on vacation. Anyway, So once we were done eating, again, we enjoyed the rocking chairs that were right there, kind of overlooking Stormlight Bay, over at the yacht club. And Sam was like, "Come on, and you can do it. I have faith in you. I'll hold your hand. You'll be fine." Finally, talked me into getting onto the Skyliner. As you guys know, I call it the death trap in the sky. Um, we both made a bathroom stop there at Yacht Club. I also replaced our fuel rod. And then we took the friendship boats over to Hollywood Studios where I got on the Skyliner. Be so proud of me. I literally was reminding myself how to breathe. I survived, obviously, because we are here. Sam got me an old-fashioned at pedals to celebrate as my reward. And we enjoyed our drinks and the massage chairs at the arcade at Pop Century. 100%, if you are staying on Disney property and you need to have cash set aside for the massage chairs because it will save your vacation. Those massage chairs are phenomenal. Every time we go, we always have cash for the massage chairs. And you guys know that I used to be much more overweight than I am now. And I could handle a day in the parks on my feet all day if I made sure to sit in one of those massage chairs at the end of the day. So after Pop Century, we took the bus over to Magic Kingdom. And then we got on an All-Stars bus. We talked the whole way about how Pop has undergone some renovations lately. And I get it. Everything has to change. Everything needs a little polish. I get that. Not mad about that. They took the little shadow boxes out of the lobby. I am angry about that. They changed up the food court a little bit, which I'm not upset about. But the booths, the leather feels like it's obviously plastic. It feels like the plastic that Grandma left on her couch because she wanted the couch to stay clean. If that makes sense to anyone, like what the feeling was like. We did not like it. So we got to All-Star Music, was just sitting there kind of chatting. Sam's like, "Hey, I'm going to go use the bathroom. I'll be right back." I said, "Okay, no biggie." I get on the phone to reservations and I change our reservations from Pop to All-Stars. Sam comes back from the bathroom with our refillable mugs. He had bought those for us. And we just kind of chilled out before we got the bus back to Disney Springs to head back to our car. Now, I will have a whole nother video talking about the value of the resort mugs, but I will say even if you are not on the dining plan, if you are staying, even if you're not spending a whole lot of time on property, but you have a few days on property, currently as of this video, which today is March 9th, 2026, the refillable mugs, or also called the rapid fill mugs, are $22.99 plus tax. So if you consider that a one-time fill cup is $4.79 plus tax, you are looking at about $5. If you take and just say that the mug with tax is $25. We're doing an even number here. And you divide it by 5. If you, over the course of your trip, fill your rapid refill cup 6 times, you have paid for the cost of the mug. Now, is this going to be feasible for every family? No. And again, we'll talk about that in the other video. But we always get them, and we think they are of value to us. So we got back to the car, we got back to the hotel, and you guys remember, I am still not feeling well at this point. I am getting over that respiratory infection, and I'm consistently coughing. One of the reasons that I didn't do a whole lot of vlogging on the trip was because, I was coughing so much. I went through, 3 bags of cough drops. Just to keep myself going forward. So, lots of photos. But I was ready to crash out, lay down. Sam was not. He still had some energy left to burn. So we took me to the Cabana Bay food court. I got the kids pizza. meal from the Bayliner Diner, took it back to the room. I went on up to the room. Sam went to the bus, and went over to City Walk to the piano bar, and he had sent me pictures that night. He was like the only one there. Excuse me, there was like one other family. And so he hung out there for a while. He also exchanged our fuel rod in City Walk. And something that I want to note here is that it was not free at City Walk. It was $2. So just be aware of that. If you are at Universal with a fuel rod, it's back behind the bathrooms, past guest services there in the middle of City Walk. It's as of when we were there, it was $2, and we went ahead and paid it so we didn't have to worry about it first thing in the morning. But if you can wait to exchange it on property or at one of the Disney resorts, it is free to exchange on Disney property. So be aware of that. If you don't have to exchange it at Universal and you can wait or charge it in your room, definitely do that. So that is kind of it for today's video. Sam got back and we both crashed and was so that we could head to a park the next day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me, and enjoy this photo montage.